Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm sure you love good investments. What if I were to tell you that a $100,000 investment now will bring back $1.5 billion in the 27 to 29 biennium? What this amendment does is it has the Washington Student Achievement Council set up a working group to be able to establish scholarship granting organizations so that we can take advantage in Washington the federal tax cuts that are now tax credits, let me be clear, federal tax credits that are be available, $1,700 per taxpayer. 30 states have already opted into this. And the numbers that I come up with are based upon a recent report from the Democrats for Education Reform. They believe the state of Washington, with a 30% participation rate, will bring in $732 million a year for education. And they can be applied in many different ways. They also say in that report that 74% of Washington registered Democrats are in favor of it. And statewide, in a poll they did, 72% are in favor with only 14% opposed. So we have a lot of support for this. Let me give you an example of why this amendment is important and how investing $100,000 now and bringing back more money later can save programs. During the interim, the Education Committee went out to Eatonville District and we toured GRITS. Their motto is crops, community, and character. And as we gathered, the Education Committee and everybody else in a giant circle, we listened to school board members, we listened to the teachers, we listened to the students, all talking about how this program worked for them. Because it's an alternative form of education. But then they were out there and we were all standing in the pouring rain in a big circle because they're worried that program was going away. And this program was making a difference for kids that weren't cutting it in the traditional school environment. They were learning things they never thought that they would learn. They were getting confidence in themselves, and they've gone into multiple things. Speaking of which, probably the most dramatic part of that was a couple of the students, they weren't even there. They'd already gone on and were working. They took time off work to support this program and stand in the pouring rain with us. This program could have been saved. It's still active right now, but it's on the chopping block in Eatonville. We get the money, we can save programs like this and many others. This is an investment where $100,000 now will bring back $1.5 billion. We need to do this. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's really important that we do this right now. We're in the middle of doing a supplemental budget. We need that $100,000 to be able to set up this work group so that we do have identified the proper scholarship granting organizations that can take the money. The reason the report is due by December 1st is to give the governor a month to opt us in. The governor has a deadline of January 1st, 2027 to opt us in. Can I read quickly what this program can do?
Please proceed.
Thank you. Not only does it go to public schools, it can go to tribal schools, it can go to charter schools, it can go to private schools. The parents, the taxpayers have the right to send it. You don't have to be a parent. If you're a federal taxpayer and you care about education like I do, you can send the money to any of these granting organizations. It'll cover expenses including tutoring, test prep, exam fees, internet service, uniforms and supplies for career training programs, after-school enrichment programs, support services for students with disabilities, educational materials, and no school is required to do anything with it. The schools can decide whether they want to opt into these things or not. But it has to be done by the end of this year so the governor can opt us in on January 1st, 2027. Because I care about education, and I'm going to take advantage of this, and I want those dollars to stay in Washington. Otherwise, I'm going to send it to Mississippi or Arizona.